All right, guys, let's go on ahead and continue here with the final pieces of the puzzle in the physical ecosystem, in the regulatory and all that ecosystem of futures trading. So it started with you, the trader. We moved on into brokers and platforms and stuff like that. But just so that everybody understands some of these acronym words you hear, and sometimes there's confusion when you're new, like you fill out an application at a broker, they end up sending you an application from another entity. And it gets confusing. I've had friends that have come learn trading from me and stuff like that and go, hey, Pete, I got this app from this. Is that the same people? So let's just make it kind of clear here because this is, it is confusing when you're new. Yeah. So usually the IB, the introducing broker, that's the broker. That's the person you're dealing with up front. Usually the platform owner is an IB. And for the most part, you'll see a lot of people like NinjaTrader, for example, they work with two FCMs, futures clearing merchants. Now, these are the people that are kind of like refereeing your money. They are holding your money. They're the ones sending you statements at the end of every day, whether you won or lost, showing you your P&L, all the trades you took. Some brokers are also their own FCM. So we're just going to go through that. So, most of them aren't, though. They're just like pretty much the one that's kind of introducing you to the market and the platform and then getting everything squared away. They're just the servicing. They're servicing the account, right? They're servicing all your stuff, answering your questions, having your platform for you. And then the funds are being cleared through an FCM. And then from them, whenever time you make the trade through the platform, the FCM clears all that data. It clears the what trades you took at what time through the platform, all that stuff through the exchanges. And then we'll break down in the next section on commissions and fees and stuff, how those commissions really truly break down to each individual, to each entity between the broker, the futures clearing merchant, and then the exchanges and stuff, and how these people, even the regulatory agents like National Futures Association and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, which is like the enforcers of wrongdoings and stuff like that, and make sure that nobody does any fraud and they get them and enforce them when they are, which will give you your peace of mind as a trader. They all get paid through this commission, and we're going to go through that in the final section. So these are pretty much what we're going to go through here, with the exception of broker dealer. We'll kind of leave that alone. Usually what this is some of the bigger guys that are their own broker and clearing firm. They also, broker dealer is kind of like they do transactions on your behalf and on their own. So they do too. So it's not very important here. We want to focus on the FCM so you understand that and don't get confused. Especially, again, it happens during application periods where you do an application with the broker and then suddenly the application is from another entity. We're going to go through that right now. If you Google on any search engine, just search, Google mostly is the primary, top FCMs, okay, it'll just pop up. There's annual reports on like the top 40 list through this thing called AI Source. This will usually be the first result you'll see. And this was at the end. This is like about a year old, but it's probably going to be the same. Just for demonstration purposes, I'll show you here. These are the top FCMs, people that pretty much run their own money here. You'll see what they're registered as on the column of F. And you'll notice some of these names in here. I'm just going to go through them quickly that are pretty popular, but you probably can't trade through. But they, they are FCMs. They also clear their broker dealers. So they're kind of like trading their own money as well. And so you'll see here, like, for example, TradeStation. I want to point that out. They are pretty big. They are their own FCM. So like I trade through TradeStation as well. And like at the end of the day, my statement comes from TradeStation. So at top, it shows where my profit and losses are. My 1099s at the end of the year come from TradeStation directly. Okay. Now, if I was trading through like NinjaTrader, I would be dealing with line 30, Phillip Capital, or which I do right now. And also they have Dorman, which is a pretty big one in here. They're here ranked to number 36, and they're the FCM also for Tradeovate. So they're an FCM over at NinjaTrader as well as Phillip. Most of the time by default, Ninja sends everything to Phillip. There's no big difference, guys and gals, really. These folks are the ones that are holding all this aggregated money, all these assets. I mean, and there you can see their net capitals and stuff like that, how big they are, and they're just they're guaranteeing the fund flow from the time that you enter a trade. The broker services all that over, and these people get it all run it through the exchange accurately, efficiently, and just do all that bookkeeping part. As a result, they get a clearing fee, which is a small part of your commissions that we're going to break down in the following chapter. UCTD Ameritrade does futures, and they were doing Forex. I don't know why it still says Forex LLC, but they've relieved their Forex to... Oh, no, I'm sorry, they do still. I was thinking about TradeStation. TradeStation relieved several years ago their Forex department over to Owanda, their whole portfolio. But you can come in here and basically know, like, what you're dealing with and how big they are, and that you're safe. You're not dealing with some rinky-dink kind of thing. Now, there is companies that aren't here in the top 40, like, that you will find also broker themselves. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. They just probably don't hit this top level. They're just in a smaller outfit, but they're also an FCM. We talked about one in the prior video that is a broker and clearer also, but they're just not big enough to be on this list. So it's not just to know who you're dealing with and how to resource and go places so it doesn't frighten you out. Straits is a very popular one. I know they do a lot of clearing with the World Cup of Traders Championships that they hold. I've seen that name a lot there. A lot of spread traders and global hedge traders trade through Straits. That's pretty popular. RJ O'Brien is pretty popular. Very familiar with them. I mean, they're all popular depending on what your experience was, right? Obviously, I'm at the levels where that's where it's popular to me. Gain capital, it's huge, to the retail market. Some of these are not retail market for the retail market, right? So you have IB here, obviously huge global company. Their minimum balance to start is huge. So, but anyway, that's an FCM. That's pretty much the people that are clearing. And let's see. Let's go through the regulatory agencies. Here's the NFA. You can go here and get information about people who's registered, who's not registered. As a commodity trading advisor, if somebody is out there claiming that there's something, you can confirm their license through here, just like you would confirm an attorney and his or her license and her validity. You can confirm her, check the state, and see if they're still in practice or not. Same thing here. I personally myself was going to get a C6. I was going to get a CTA license, and they just told me there was no need because at the time I was just, I'm not handling physically people's money. I did want to protect myself because, you just want to always watch out what you say in this business, what you do, what you promise. At the same time, being licensed sometimes can get you into more trouble, and then it's like, then they get you for promises. Well, he said I'd make this, and no, I did not. So these people are going to make sure that everyone's disclosing and being acting in fairness and legitimacy. Making no false promises and stuff like that. And people are out there scammy and multi-level marketing schemes. That's why you see a lot of that stuff exist in Forex communities, because there's no regulatory agency, especially like this, like the CFTC, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. If foreign exchange had a regulatory agency, you wouldn't see all these kids pretending to do things on the internet, okay? And then making schemes, and they make a lot of money teaching people somehow. They make people a lot of money believe them. Anyway, so the CFTC is going to be a place where you can also get commodity trading reports, weekly inventory reports of where and who is at what position on the commitment of traders here. We use this a lot in like seasonality trading on spreads and stuff like that. Again, big time law regulator, and they also get paid through your trading. We'll break that down in the next little fees and commissions breakdown video, just so you guys then understand where your commissions really truly go. As a breakdown, and who's getting paid what and things like that. These people are all somehow getting paid part of the commission. That's how their existence is there. But it's there to protect you. It's there for you to know who's there as far as the regulatory agencies, who's there to confirm people are licensed to do what they need to do, and also who the FCMs are. If your broker is definitely most likely 80+% of the time just an IB, an introducing broker, and they're not doing their own clearing, you can clearly see who the guys are that clear their own money direct for you. And you can tell when you first get your application going, you'll know right away. And or you can ask them, hey, who do you clear through? And they'll tell you, oh, we clear through, Phillip Capital. Okay, so you see there in the top, these are top money clearers that are, through regulation are doing a good job. So that's why they're around. And holding your money is in a, pretty safe place. So other than that, we'll go into our next video here that follows this series, which is commissions and fees. So you get an idea again of that breakdown of your commissions, and then what other fees to kind of expect in this business. Really, good business, affordable business, really easily hard business. And when you get into the granular worlds, I'm going to be honest, day trading could be stressful for most people. Okay, it's a whole different game from swing trading. It's a lot more work, and you got to be up to the desk. So, but it's easily doable and easily affordable, but you just gotta there's a whole nother deep topic that has to do with strategies and stuff from here. But as a foundation and as a startup, and the cost for you to understand who all the players are, where you stand in the mix, and then what the costs are, is very important. That's why it's part of a foundational course. And yeah, again, excuse us if it's been too basic for some people. Hopefully, maybe some things have helped some pros, that you didn't know where to go resource something. But for the most part, the foundation course is a foundation course and is there to get the beginners in the right, understand what your role is in this business. It's not, sometimes these things we do from home behind computers it feels like a video game. And even I've been guilty for sometimes not taking it as seriously, but this is a serious business, and it's being done behind a computer, and it feels like it could be a video game, but it's a real deal business, and it could be done very, very cost efficiently. Okay. And it's a very minimal cost of entry to get in this business, but it's an expensive price to pay when you're not prepared. You don't understand the foundations. You don't understand then later into the strategy world, and have something that's consistent. And then ultimately yourself. That's another topic. In the future, we'll be bringing all kind of awesome, amazing blogs and resources and things for you guys in a complete different video where we'll recommend stuff for you guys. You guys can always, sign up here on our site too at viperfutures.com and follow through on things that we recommend highly through the industry. Okay. So anyways, on to the next video. Thanks for watching.